screen in front of you, you see a triangle with a pole in front of the apex of the triangle. The idea of working a horse on the triangle with the judges at the pole is to allow the judges to evaluate the horses from all aspects. In other words, the judges can see the horse in stance when they're at the pole. They can see them from the rear when they walk away from the pole towards the middle of the back of the triangle. When the horse is turned and comes back towards them, they can see the frontal aspect of the horse coming in their direction. And then when the horse moves away from them along the side of the triangle, they again see the rear aspect of the horse in trot. And when the horse is going along the back row of the triangle, they see the horse from the side to be able to evaluate their athleticism. And when the horse is coming back towards them on the right hand side of the triangle, they can see the horse in trot coming towards them in a straight line. And again, they see the horse on the second aspect when they turn back towards the pole and stand in the other direction. They can see the horse standing from the other side. Of course, despite the fact that the function of the triangle is to allow the judges to evaluate the horse, for the purpose of the Young Breeders competition, the focus is actually on the handler. So the handler must present themselves in the correct way, in that their dress sense must be tidy, they must wear gloves. They must, at the start, present themselves in a clear and friendly voice to the judges. They must give their name and the pedigree of the horse. They must also then, throughout the presentation of the handling, be quiet in the manner that they handle the horse and allow the focus to be on the horse. As marks are awarded also for the presentation of the horse, the handler must maintain the correct gait throughout the presentation. The handler must also hold the reins correctly, be looking straight ahead at all times, and allowing the focus of the presentation to be on the horse. In making the presentation on the triangle, the handler is assisted by another person who follows the horse with a whip. This person assists the handler in making the presentation. The first important thing to get correct is the way in which you hold the reins for the presentation. Here you can see that the reins are open at the end. The handler puts their first finger between the two reins, allowing contact to be maintained on both sides of the horse's mouth. The reins are folded up again to be held a second time in the hand, and they're folded again to be held a total of 3 times in the hand. You can see that the horse's reins are held about a foot from the horse's mouth. This is to maintain maximum control. In this frame, as highlighted by the circle, you can see the handler holding the reins in the correct way when presenting the horse in stance to the judge. His left hand is holding the reins lower down below the horse's face to allow clear vision of the face, and his right hand is held higher up on the other side to maintain control and to maintain the attention of the horse. Here we can see a common mistake that is made by handlers when presenting to the judges. The handler's left hand is positioned in front of the horse's face, obliterating clear view of the horse. Here we have a situation where the reins are being held too long. The handler has not got control of the horse's head. The right hand is too low, the left hand is too long away from the bit, and the horse cannot be controlled easily.
Here we have a young breeder presenting the horse on the triangle formation. As you can see, he entered from the right hand corner of the triangle, walking up into the stance presentation. Ideally, this would like to be as quiet and as fluent as possible, where the horse would walk cleanly into the standing position where all limbs are clearly visible in the open format. As you can see from the screen, the handler's rein contact is in a position where it allows the judges clear view of the horse's face. At this point, the young breeder would give their name along with the age and pedigree of the horse to the judges in a clear and friendly voice. As you will notice, the young breeder puts the reins back into his right hand, keeping his left hand free to guide the horse around the block at eye level. The assistant, who's with the whip, rolls in behind the horse to keep the horse thinking forward, and very much works together as a team. The assistant is there to recognise if the horse needs to be sent forward, or vice versa, if they need to remain quiet if the horse is quite forward thinking, and allowing the handler to concentrate on presenting the horse in a professional and calm manner. Approaching the final corner, it's important to slow the horse down, and also the young breeder should have used their left hand to guide the horse around. This last part of the presentation is where the young breeder will again turn the horse using the left hand, as can be seen, and present the horse in the opposite direction to the judges. The assistant, who is not in the screen at present, is standing directly in front of the horse, which will be seen in another clip shortly, which is gaining the horse's attention by encouraging it to prick its ears forward. Again, it's important for the young breeder to be quiet and fluent in the presentation in the stance, and again to have the horse's legs in open format. Here we see the young breeder presenting the same horse in a second test, and as can be seen, his introduction to the judges is a lot better, as it is straighter, it is at the side of the triangle, the horse is walking straight and the handler is beside the horse's shoulder. He walked fluently into the stance, however the legs weren't in open format, so therefore he had to make an adjustment. Again, the judges are marking on how the young breeder works with the horse in question and how it shows it to the best of their ability, and how they deal with situations that may arise, as some horses may be fresh or frisky and may be difficult to handle on the day. Marks are awarded for your ability to cope with the situation. Here we see a very cool approach to showing the horse. The handler, as you can see, is keeping the right hand up, keep control of the horse. The left hand is a bit delayed in its reactions with regards guiding the horse around the corners. We would like to see the horse trotting on a bit more on the long side, as this is very much the key opportunity to show the athleticism of the horse to the judges. Here we would like to see the transition smoother from the trot to the walk, as it was a little abrupt. Also, we would like to see the young breeders holding the reins a little higher up on the neck to control the horse, which would have helped also with the transition from the trot to the walk. Here we can see the clear 1, 2, 3 step movement from the young breeder with regard standing in front of the horse. However, we would prefer to see the horse in the open format, as the off 4 is hidden in this view where the judges would be standing. Here we have the young breeder showing a different horse. Again, notice the 3-step movement with regards presenting the horse, the hold of the reins, and his adjustment to make the horse stand with the legs open. Again, he would take this opportunity to introduce himself, as well as the age and pedigree of the horse. Again, we are looking for the smoothness of the transitions where the horse goes purposefully into an active walk. The horse should be walking as if it was marching in a 4-time movement. We would like to see this horse walking on a little bit more here, as it is a bit sluggish. That's a better walk there now. Again, left hand should be used a little bit more with regards guiding the horse. As you can see, this horse is responding to the assistant with the whip, is very eager to trot on. And here we can see it is quite forward thinking. The handler has got his right hand up to control the horse on the horse's neck. Again, use the left hand, and this horse, as you can be seen, is quite strong. And obviously the judges would be aware of this with marking this horse, as he is a 3-year-old, and therefore the young breeder would be assessed on his ability to cope with this type of animal. Again, this horse is quite sluggish in the walk, and work would need to be worked upon in the practice arena to improve this horse's walk. As his trot is quite forward going, the walk very much lets him down, and this could affect your marks in the presentation.